And welcome back to the WCHE Morning Show. I'm Eric Clembera. Co-host today is Barry D. Next up is our segment on farming and agriculture. Each week at this time, we'll hear from farmers, conservationists, homesteaders, and others to discuss topics that are important to them and the residents of Chester County. Joining us today for this segment, we have Jess Nida from the Fair Weather Trading Company. Jess's goal is to bring new products to the market that are healthier and much more friendly to ourselves and our environment. Welcome back, Jess, to the show. How are you today?
Good, guys. How are you?
Doing well. It's been a little bit. How's it going?
I know. I've been busy keeping at it, so I can't complain. I can't complain.
Every day is another day. There's always work to be done, right?
Always.
Yeah.
There's something always brewing up in my crock pot, always something getting whipped up and jarred up, and
right.
I love it.
Right? Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you got today?
I got a little bit of everything. One, in case nobody's aware, I do make tallow-based products. I work with More Meats in West Grove, PA. Jake raises American Wagyu beef cows. And then I get specifically the suet fat to create tallow, and it's a rendering process where we are purifying that fat, and it makes an amazing skincare product. It's versatile for just about anything from dry skin to like your bigger stuff like eczema, psoriasis, stuff like that. And it's a great little collaboration that I've got going on with Jake. So. Local.
Nice.
So I got that going on, but and I will be in Westchester this Saturday and the following Saturday at the Artisan Exchange. I'm going to be a vendor there, and that event is from 10 to 1, and that's actually an every Saturday thing. But you can also find other local bakers. There'll be a pastry person there. There's always like empanadas and really awesome stuff that you can get your hands on from local. It's a really cool collaborative over there.
Now, Jess, as far as Fair Weather Trading Company, when did you start that? How long have you been doing that?
I feel like I'm coming up on 3 years now. It's what it feels like, although it feels maybe like 3 days ago. So I've been doing the tallow stuff for almost 3 years, and every year it seems to grow and get bigger, and I feel like more people are finally getting rid of the junky products that you can buy at any box store and turning back to a more healthier option for their skincare needs.
And Jess, you started from selling at craft fairs and events to building an online store and broader customer base. How was that transition? That was very nerve-wracking at first. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm about to create this website. It's going to go live. Are people going to go on that? And lo and behold, people do. And I actually have a 15% online code for all of your listeners. And I believe I set it to end on December 21st. Mm-hmm. So if you want like Christmas presents or something, I have a 15% off online code. And the code, guys, is WCHE.
That's going to be a hard one to remember.
I know, it's a hard code.
How are we going to do that?
No, that's good that it's just the letters, not 1520, 95.3. Very simple, WCHE.
Nope, just WCHE. I try to keep things simple. Nothing in my life goes simply. So anytime I can make something simple, we're going to go simple.
Well, is it true, and I heard this, that you were going to make it Barry, but actually if you put that in, it would be more expensive?
Yeah.
It would be. It actually adds 50% to your bill.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just had to confirm that.
So popular.
Yep.
That's right.
It seems like it. Now, Jess, as far as your future vision, do you have any long-term goals, both for the business as well as the farms you source from?
Absolutely. So as far as the farms that I source from, I've actually talked to Jake in length about this. I can go buy tallow anywhere, but I will never be able to have the grounds that I am making these claims on about the quality of the beef, or the quality of the fat that I'm getting from this product. I don't know anybody else that's doing the American Wagyu and the level of care that these cows receive. So that care winds up showing out in that tallow. So if something happens to Jake, I'm up Poop Creek. But I do work with another farm with honey, and that's LC Farms, and they're in Oxford, PA. So the honey that I am using in my honey tallow balm is coming from them. So those are my farms that I work with. I don't want other. If something else comes along, I'll entertain it. But as far as the future goes, so Jake has been raising the Iberico pigs, and what can we do with that fat? Is there an avenue for that? And lo and behold, it sounds absolutely bonkers. I was like, there's no way people are going to want to put pig fat on their face or whatever. But weirdly enough, so that would be lard. Lard is going to be the equivalent to the fat, the tallow. And tallow has a much prettier name than lard does. But so pigs are pretty much identical to our human skin, their fat. And if you think about it, there are surgeons that are using pig parts in the human body. I know my mom had to have mouth surgery done, and she could either have cadaver skin, pig skin, or some synthetic skin. And this is starting to register in my brain. I'm like, oh my goodness, pigs are the next avenue. Now I haven't done anything. I did actually render some of the lard from some of the Mangalista that Jake had on his farm. And it was beautiful. It's odorless, it's colorless, but it's okay, well, what are we going to do here? So hopefully in 2026, Jake and I are going to be doing some experiments with what we can also do with the pig fat, because he does have those pigs on his farm.
And Jess, we've also had in the past, Jake's been on the show here, and how has that relationship between the two of you evolved since you've been working together?
It's only grown. It's funny, we've done some events together, and I believe that was the best thing that the two of us could have done. So I get to hear Jake's sales pitch as far as the quality of the meat, and then Jake gets to hear my sales pitch as far as the tallow goes. I unfortunately don't have freezers to sell his product, but he does have my product in his farm store. He does have my product on his mobile trailer. So when he's out at different events and stuff like that, he's also carrying my product. And I look at him like he's my second little brother, and I love him dearly, and we have such a great relationship. We text constantly. We're on the phone constantly sharing ideas, our goals, where we each want to go, and I just thank him all the time. I'm like, if you didn't walk in that day to buy a battery, you wouldn't have put me in this position. And I love the position that I'm in today.
It's definitely right place, right time as far as that goes. Now,
absolutely.
Now, just the next question I had. Now, as far as your products, and I'm going to have you give a plug to your website in a second, but What would you say are most popular with customers right now?
So being that it's wintertime, the unscented or the scented honey tallow balm, it's 4 ingredients. It's tallow, honey, beeswax, and olive oil. Really, really super thick. It's going to help with those winter cracky, dry, around your fingernails, and your skin starts to dry out and crack. This helps that. This helps with the itchy, dry skin that we're all dealing with in the wintertime. That, and I have any of like the whipped lotions, like the lavender vanilla, the rose and chamomile. That's a nice calming one. Somebody actually just reached out and she's like, this is the best. She's like, I lost my jar, but then I found it and I put it back on and I have no more itchies. And I was like, yes, this is wonderful. So highly, highly recommend, if you've never tried it, do go with the honey tallow balm to begin with. I even have a Facebook video of me eating it. Like our skin is our largest organ. Our skin is like our second stomach. So if you can't eat it, it shouldn't go on your skin. So
right. Definitely make sure to check it out. Now, as far as, and that leads me to the next question I had, just you want to give a shout out to the website and where our listeners can find you?
Absolutely. You can go online to fairweathertradingcompany.com. That'll land you right on my webpage. There's a shop button, so you can hit that and scroll through the various products that I have. I do have all of my products displayed here at Newark Battery in Cochranville. You can find my products at the More Meats Farm Store, and they have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday hours. And then you can find me personally in person this Saturday and next Saturday at the Artisan Exchange in Westchester. And I believe they're over by Levante Brewing. That's the brewery over there.
And what was the time for that?
10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Make sure to check it out.
Yeah.
I know where Levante is because I used to live down the street when I had an apartment at Westchester.
It has nothing to do with his drinking.
Actually, I was only ever there once.
Yeah.
But I know exactly where that's at, so make sure to check it out. And anything else, Jess, before we wrap here? Anything else you wanted to shout out?
I got to keep shout out my dude Jake. There's the quality of the animals, or the quality care that these animals get. They're on a pasture. It's not grocery store products. I think Jake has ruined all pork and meat products, or beef products, for me. So thanks. I will never go to the grocery store for that type of meat ever again.
To raise that bar, right? That's exactly it. Raise the bar.
Yes, he has certainly raised the bar for beef, and he is really raising the bar as far as pork. These are pasture-raised pork. These pigs are going to metabolize very similar to the way we metabolize things. They're a one-stomach animal, just like we are. They can absorb vitamin D the same as we do. So high quality, really ethically and sustainably raised animals, which turns out to be quality things that we can put into our bodies. And also the fat, we can take that fat and put it on our bodies and feel really good about doing things.
You know, it's funny you talk about that. The first time I ever had like a an actual local farm-raised animal, I was actually in New Zealand, of all places, and I'm eating this food, and I went, oh, my God, what is this? And they said to me, we call it food. So I was so used to production stuff with steroids injected and all. It was an amazing difference to me. I had never had anything like it. And now we always have a hog in the freezer and a side of beef in the freezer.
There's a huge difference between animals that are devoid of sunlight and what they should be eating versus like the typical garbage and junk that mass production is out there.
Buy that stuff off the local farmers, man. It's the best. It really is. It is,
and it's hard work. I see the things that go in. I help out on the farm on Sundays, but hard work really pays off. As soon as that slice of something enters your mouth, holy moly, you can taste your hard work.
Right. It's incredible. It's no longer sustenance anymore. It's a delight.
It is.
Yeah,
and this is what we should be doing anyway.
Yes.
I mean, we're only poisoning ourselves by eating the garbage anyway. So refocus. Let's go back to farm-raised and ethically and sustainably raised animals.
Yeah, this show was not sponsored by Monsanto.
Bingo.
There you go. So,
Jess, we appreciate you coming on this morning. Great to have you back on the air.
Thank you. I'll be back anytime you want.
You got
appreciate
it.
it. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Guys, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.